Joining me now from St. Petersburg, Florida, political activist, attorney, and the king of conservative memes, Rogan O'Hanley, aka the DC Drainer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Stephanie, for having me on.
So, what do you think of all this social justice going on in sports leagues? As I said, I remember the good old days when you could just watch sports and enjoy the game, and it was a time where people could come together and disagree on teams, but it wasn't something political.
Yeah, I didn't know that these people were drafted for their political expertise and ability to convey those opinions. But frankly, I miss the days when we talked about the entire scenario and not just someone with this skin color shooting someone with that skin color. A lot of people are overlooking the fact, including many of these players and coaches, and it's disingenuous, I believe, because there's a victim in this situation, and it's not Jacob Blake. It's the woman that he raped and showed up to her place when she had a restraining order and he had a felony warrant out for that sexual assault, and he stole her keys, and then he had a knife on him, and then police had their guns drawn, and he completely disobeyed their demands, their lawful, reasonable demands, and then he went into a car where there may or may not have been the kids. I mean, these cops were put in an almost impossible scenario. They were trying to defend this woman's life from someone that was terrorizing her, and this guy continued to act in an extremely unlawful manner. Did he deserve to be shot 7 times or not? I'm not the police officer in that situation. I wasn't fully there. But there's a lot of context that's missing in all of these protests, and it's upsetting that they fail to look at the true victim in this situation, which is his sexual assault victim.
Yeah, exactly. And, the Democrats, they're all for believe all women, unless, of course, it hurts a narrative. And what really bothers me about all of these protests and these athletes weighing in is that we don't have all the facts in the case. I mean, it's like a knee-jerk reaction. And what ends up happening is that we see all the unrest and chaos that happens because of people jumping to conclusions. Why can't we just wait until we have all the facts? And if the police officers did something wrong, they'll be fired, they will be punished, they will go to jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we saw what happened in the George Floyd case, which was a clear-cut case of police abuse. And the cop was fired and arrested that week. And then still America burned for almost 2 months straight. So there really needs to be, and the communities being burned are Black communities. Dozens of Black people have died as a result of these riots. And they won't even talk about that. They won't take any responsibility for this. They won't try and turn down the temperature with some of these riots. They just see white cop, Black person, irrespective of what happened prior to that video clip, and they say, you know what, we're canceling the NFL. But frankly, the American people are smart enough to know when they're being scammed, and they see what's going on here, and they're not going to support these teams. They aren't going to tune in. We've already seen it with the NBA, 45% drop in the last few years. They're going to reap what they sow.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.